thriller suspense books that you can finish in one day. I mean, if you're commuting or traveling somewhere, or even if you're on a vacation and need a short read, these ones are perfect. And some of them are absolutely new releases, so you get to read some of the new releases. This book is a new release which released I think sometime last month. It's a completely new release, and the story completely shocked me. This one is the shortest of the read, so you can finish it within a couple of hours, but it is so good. Our main story is that something that I did not expect at all. I was really shocked. So our main story is that there's the main character, she's missing her husband's attention, and she does this entire setup where she will act as if she has disappeared, and she has staged this entire setup, left clues for her husband, and thinks that this will bring that missing spark back in their marriage. I know, I was like, girl, if it's missing, there's a huge reason for that. We have certain backstories here, even if it's this question like what is actually happening over here. So she does this entire thing. She puts cameras in her home to see what her husband's reaction is to the clues she's left and everything, the setup that she's done. But what she ends up finding shocks her. This one was so gripping and so good. Even though it is a quick read, it will completely have your attention. The suspense is good, the twists are good, and the story is not singular. I mean, there are twists that you don't see coming, and you think something else and something else happens. I really loved it for a quick read. It was a great one. Next one, this book takes you in the amazing Scottish lands and castle and all of that, and I really loved it. So our main character Moira, she has just inherited from her grandma this amazing huge castle in Scotland, somewhere in Scotland, Dublin or somewhere, and she always taken care of her grandma, and now this huge place is all her responsibility, and she's like, okay, I have to take responsibility of this entire thing. I have to run smoothly. There are servants and all of. So what happens is they have this tourist activity where people visit their castle, and check out how the beauty of it, all of that. And Moira doesn't monitor this. She has people for this. So during one such visiting time, what happens is Moira suddenly starts listening to this huge wailing and crying. That's almost like, a banshee crying. And she is like, what is happening? She runs, she goes to check, and the banshee's like screaming, crying, and all of that. And she comes to this tourist group. She asks them, is everything okay? She asks the guide, is everything okay? And he's like, yes, everything is completely fine. So she's like, what is happening? And then suddenly they realize that one person from the tourist group is missing. So there's this entire thing where they go and search and everything and all of that. But the banshee keeps on wailing. And then they find that this missing tourist woman is unalived and nobody's aware of it. Moira, she is so upset about what has happened because a couple of incidents had also happened when the banshee was only she could hear the banshee crying and telling her like something is going to happen. But before, and then two such incidents had also happened where they lost two more people, and now Moira is like on high alert, like we have to see what this is all about. So she calls on her cousins. They work in a special department, FBI kind of thing, and their expertise is in the paranormal. So she calls on her cousin and requests her and her husband to please come here and look into this case and help her if they can in any such way to find before anything, next, before something happens. She's like, I want to know what is all this about. So this one is a thriller mystery, but also investigative kind of mystery, and it is so good because we have the paranormal angle, which makes it more interesting. On one side, you have clues, like obviously someone close by has to be have involved, but who are you going to? I mean, there is, try as you might, everything is clear. Like everyone is, they are all sweet people, and who would dare do this? And how is this possible? And what is this angle of the banshee? This one was so good. This one is your hardcore investigative kind of mystery thriller, and it was so good. I heard this on Audible, and I would really recommend you listen to this on Audible audiobook. Listen to this to the audiobook of this one, to have the complete feel of this. Our main character, Detective Samantha, she is also a poetry expert, and there's this unaliving start happening where the unaliver supposedly is living poetries near the incident where it has happened on the victims. Start inquiring, and they're like, why is he living this poetry and all of that? Who is this? Who must it be? Samantha, because she's an expert in poetry. And Samantha starts, the investigative work and all of that. But the shocking twist, she soon realizes that those poetries are not just poetries, but actually a message that was specifically from the unaliver to Samantha, which means that unaliver is someone from the past, and he wants something from Detective Samantha. My god, this one was so good. It will keep you on your toes. And I was like, oh my goodness, who can it be? What is the reason? Why is Samantha? What is the reason behind all of this? It was so good. The suspense was good, the twists were good. So what happens is when certain books are hyped so much, you and I have seen some most of the times, they do not live up to the hype. And so I was like, not sure if this is gonna be good or not. Frida McFadden, I've read her once before. Her books are good, but Housemaid is so much hyped that, and even there's a movie out. So I was like reluctant to go on it, but I am so glad I went into this book totally not prepared for what was waiting for me. The book starts slow. There's this happy family, rich family. There is something going on over there, but you don't know what is happening over there. And on the other hand, a main character, she wants work. She's living in a car and she's desperate for work. So she gets this work, has a housemate in this rich family. And from day one, she's like, what's wrong with the wife? What's wrong with the main women of the family? Because there's suddenly something very mysterious going on with her, sudden tantrums and a lot of things. The author, the way she throws the twist in your face, I did not expect at all. Like 50%, there's this complete switch in the story, and I was left so shocked. I was really so shocked. I'm like, how did I did not see that coming. And the housemate really lived up to the hype. So good. Also, the movie is out and I'm so excited to watch that movie. I would highly recommend read this book. There's also, I think, two more books and a novella in this one, so I'm so looking forward to read them. This author has her own style of writing thriller books, and they are so fast paced. So, on you will have this adrenaline pumping in your veins. A second chance book, but this is also a book of survival, because both our main characters, they have a past. Our heroine left the hero for some kind of reason, and he is still heartbroken, but he is still like not sure what happened. But it's been some time, and they have sort of moved on in their lives, but not really. And suddenly, what happens is one fine day, they find themselves taken captive by a madman and left to in a wooded forest area. And they are told that they have only 72 hours to figure out a way out of this trap. If they don't get themselves out in this 72 hours, the hunter will start his hunt. I can't tell you, this book was so maddeningly good. It was like an action ride too, because there's this absolute brutal fight for survival. This to fight like anything, the things that happened, the twist. I was so on my toes, so like, what is going to happen next? It was that kind of thing. So good. I don't usually read books like this, but I am coming back to this author's suspense books. Talk about gripping, talk about action, talk about wild twist. This suspense thriller was beyond amazing, beyond amazing. So did any one of these catch your attention? Which one are you picking up from this list? Do let me know in the comments. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.